I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? Were there any kids?
Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this building.
Potentially the largest fraud scandal in U.S. history is taking place in Minnesota, as literally billions of dollars have been funneled through Somali-ran fraudulent businesses. So much fraud, it could actually almost replace the entire GDP of Somalia. These fraudsters have worked hand in hand with the Minnesota government as dollars from the government, and we will also be confronting the incompetent government leaders who let this fraud happen. And to make this happen, I met up with a man who's been doing his own investigation for years now, as he has seen the fraud firsthand. His name is David. Let's get into this and be prepared to be shocked. How deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
It is far worse than anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more, and now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. How I got involved is that where my office is here in Minneapolis, I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud, and I would see these childcare centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day, and all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I'd go by another daycare and I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go online and look, and I said, this place is licensed for 80 children. They had 0 children every time.
This is why they didn't like Elon Musk. They didn't like him because he was looking at all that money. If I'm looking at all the money and I'm trying to see where wasteful spending is going, and you see that there's a bunch of billions of dollars going to somewhere in Somali, I'm gonna say something. What are you talking about? There's you're sending $4 million to fucking Mexico to help them out with their trans issues, and we got our own problems here. What are you doing giving these people any money of ours? And then there's another guy or another budget getting spent for 10, $13 billion to Somalia. I'd be pissed, bro, because this is why people file exempt on their taxes or file exempt on their W-2s. Because why am I paying taxes when people don't even know where the money's going? And with the government, they'll tell you that they're spending the money. They're not going to tell you where they're spending all of the money. They'll just tell you just enough to keep you quiet. Just enough so if they do have to go to court during a pretrial, it'd probably get shut down because of lack of evidence. You know what I mean? So it's fucking ridiculous with some of these things and how they try to uh use people like they'll try to literally play with your intelligence. Like they'll try to act like you don't know what you're doing or you don't know what you're talking about, and you're looking at all the facts and you're looking at all the information. You're like, bro, this doesn't make any sense, and why don't you want to explain it to me? And you're telling me that it's supposed to make sense to me, and you don't want to tell me what's going on. It doesn't add up. Come on now, what are we really doing?
From going to the fraudulent businesses and confronting the people who are making millions of dollars from the government. And we will also be confronting the incompetent government leaders who let this fraud happen. And to make this happen, I met up with a man who's been doing his own investigation for years now, as he has seen the fraud firsthand. His name is David. Let's get into this and be prepared to be shocked.
How deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
It is far worse than anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more, and now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. How I got involved is that where my office is here in Minneapolis, I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud, and I would see these childcare centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day, and all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I'd go by another daycare and I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go online and look, and I said, this place is licensed for 80 children. They had 0
I'll say
children
this.
every time.
That's how it was when black people started to question, why are all these black people getting killed and no one's doing anything about it? That's how shit like that starts. you know, and sometimes I heard a rapper say this. His name was Immortal Technique. He said sometimes you got to put your big boy pants on, and that's when you got to pick a side. Do you mind giving your money up to motherfuckers you don't know, people that don't work, people that sit around all day and wait for you to pay them? Probably only give that insurance to Somalis that probably aren't legal. Or do you say fuck that? Nah, you can't have my money. Nah, I don't want that building over there. Do something about it, or I will. That's the mentality you gotta have sometimes when it comes to shit like this, you know. But it's a numbers game, and numbers always outweigh the voice. Numbers will always outweigh someone's voice. Will always outweigh someone's voice. You got $100 million going up against one person. Who you think gonna win in that?
Our future generations are going to have to pay for all this fraud, and they just want to bury their heads in the sand and go on and just not worry about it. Tim Walz saying there's organized crime in Minnesota. What did he do about it? Nothing. You got organized crime? What are you doing? This is the Minnesota law which mandates that anyone who knows of fraud and is a state employee must report that fraud. It's Minnesota Statute 3.971, Subdivision 9. Not only that,
You think now this is another thing that you gotta think. You think not it's over $9 billion in fraud. You think those people who were working with Tim Waltz didn't know that he was stealing money? Your boss comes up to you and says, "Hey, I'll give you 100,000 if you go up to this Somali building and pay them 10 grand, or just give them 10 grand." Like, what the fuck? Yeah, damn right I'm gonna do that shit. You think I think somebody who's not making enough would do that shit. And you already offered me more than what I make 100,000. Come on now. Would you do it? Yeah, more than likely someone would.
but Walz is also guilty of misconduct of a public employee. When I look at the world as a whole and I look at fraud, the Twin Cities is ground zero. The fraud is worse here than anywhere else ever in history. Anywhere.
We're going to go confront these people. We're going to go to these daycare centers. We're going to see what's actually happening.
Okay, so we have to be careful because these people are very violent. They're exceptionally violent.
Now, with all of David's evidence, we headed out to the streets of Minneapolis to see how much fraud we could uncover in one afternoon.
Where are we going now?
We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
So we should see lots of children if there's this child care center, especially if there's two.
The two of them combined are licensed for 120.
And how much money have these child care centers received?
None of those vans have moved in 6 months. None of them. In 2020, one of them received $1.3 million. In 2021, they got $987,000. In 2022, they got $714,000. That's the last I have for that one. And then the other one, kids. Where's anybody? How can there be nobody here? And it's like this every single day. I've never seen a single child here. In 9 years, I've never seen a single child at this building. Right there.
Oh, then now it looks like we already got the Somalis coming through.
Yeah, they're coming. The word's out.
Hello, is this your daycare?
No. Can you tell us why there are no children? Have you ever seen children at this child care center?
Doesn't know.
That's crazy as fuck. That's crazy. That's crazy as fuck.
Know if she's ever seen a child here.
You know, that's what happens when you deal with people that when you know what, that's what happens when you don't stand for nothing. You don't when you don't stand for nothing and you choose to be a cog in a machine and you it's because you don't know any better. How these people come to your land and they know your laws better than you do? Motherfuckers can't get me with the okey doke. I promise you. I promise you, you can't. Because next thing you know, I'm black. They've displaced us, used us as experiments. You know what I'm saying? Put us at the back of the butt. You telling me you this new to you? White people different. White people different. That shit couldn't go down in the black community. Niggas wouldn't be going down for that shit. It just can't. This got to be in this. That's ridiculous, bruh. Because I'm just saying, bro. If you from that area, bro. If you from Minnesota and you happen to see this video, let me know if you from the black community and that $9 billion went to your community and it did something. Tell me your community leaders did something with that money. Because sometimes Robin Hood does help out, but sometimes when it's just a white man, a politician, politician white man at that, who a white man who's a politician at that, let me know. Did you did your community, the black community specifically, see anything from this $9 billion fraud scheme? If not, let me know. What changed in your community when this money just so happened to disappear? Did crime go down? Where 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 did murder rates go down? Did the prison system look different? Did they upgrade the prison systems? Did they fix any houses? What did they do for you? Let me know.
All right, let's go to the next location. Now we're going to the next daycare center. How much money has this one generated?
This one in fiscal year 2025, $1,042,059. In fiscal year 2024, $1,059,078. And in fiscal year 2023, $727,336.
This next one is literally one block away, and this one's also generated nearly $3 million in the past 3 years. Let's see if there's any children. Let's see if any of the buildings are open. Here we go. All right, we've arrived to ABC Learning Center. All the windows are blacked out. Let's see if anybody is here. This door is locked.
This facility is licensed for 40 children. 0 children. I've come by this place 100 times. I've never seen a child here, ever. The only thing I've ever seen is someone standing outside smoking.
What's crazy about this is that last daycare center is that green building right there. And the other daycare center right now is right here. These buildings should be operating as they're receiving literally millions of dollars.
I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, somebody actually answered the door.
Hello? Can we speak? I would like to check a child in the daycare.
Why?
Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare.
And after a few questions, the lady went silent.
Looks like little Joey Shierly ain't going to daycare here.
That's suspect. That's suspect.
Now where are we going?
Now we're going to Sweet Angel Child Care.
We're in the middle of a strip mall here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which says it's licensed for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I tried to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door.
I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cuz I need a spot to put my son Joey.
This is illegal as shit. You know how mad I would be if I was a black. See, this is a failure too on the black community leaders. How the fuck you be knowing this shit going on and you not doing nothing about it? Sometimes, that's why I said, what do you stand for? Because sometimes when people know that it ain't happening to them, they don't give a fuck. But when it starts to affect them, then that's when they start to care. Nah, sometimes you got to cut that shit off before that shit happened. Like, what's going on? This is the money that you spending, and you comfortable with just motherfuckers taking your money. Not, and then you'll question, damn, why all these motherfuckers got all these cars? Why all these motherfuckers got all this nice shit? And why you still living in a gutter hole, still selling dope for the last 30 years, fighting federal indictments, ducking the federal government. What we doing? What you doing, homie? You know what
Need to
Hello, hello. What the hell's going on?
Where's the money's going? For a place that's gonna put around the city. You said you're scared of me because of my.
Let me see that shit where I can find what that nigga Tim Wall said.
Insurance program for you that allows insurance program for you that allows you again to take care of what you need to take care of without being forced to choose between your family, your bonding with your child, your own health, and your economic well-being. Because in Minnesota, you can do both, and we proved that time and time again. Insurance
Dude's a sack of shit. This dude, Tim Walsh, is a sack of shit. I'd throw my shoe at your punk ass if I found out my money was getting tossed to motherfuckers. And if I did the same, boy, I swear to God, I'll run up on your ass. I swear to God, nigga, I hit that ass. Oh, boy, I hit that nigga with the force, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And tell you, bro, if you one of those people, bro, that ever like had to deal with that, I feel you, bro. If I had knew my money was getting took, I would definitely want this motherfucker persecuted, bro. Especially if I actually felt like affected by this. I'm from Missouri, bro. This shit don't affect me in no type of way. But if I found out one of my state representatives was doing this, boy, that boy would be that boy. He getting a steel toe to the nuts, bro. I'm telling you, that boy gonna catch a steel toe boot to the nuts, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That nigga gonna take a steel toe boot to the nuts. And I mean, that shit gonna happen with the quickness. It's $9 billion, nigga. Boy, your nuts, boy. You better have a shield on them nuts, bro. I'ma hit the shit. Or I'ma power drive your shit, nigga. I'ma drop kick a nigga, bro. From a tree, nigga. I'm be in that motherfucking tree looking like an agent, nigga. I swear to God, bro. I'd be mad as shit, bro, because it'd be, and then they don't want to answer why the money isn't there or why the money isn't being used in certain communities. You be looking like, oh, I want to whoop your ass because you'd be sitting there like, bro, why haven't you put this money back into your own communities, like the black community for once, or the communities in the lower funded areas of Minnesota?
Color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right now
is my
they're all
tax
getting
money.
mad because he's showing the
I
paperwork
don't
of
know
this
that.
business being registered as a business. 74 children,
I've
no
lived my whole
children.
life
We
here.
saw.
This right here is something that I'll tell you right now. I'd be like, bro, this is something that would violate my constitutional rights, bro, under the Seventh Amendment. Because this is more than 20. This is over $20, bro. This is over 20 bucks. This is way over $20. And any grand jury or forced jury on that moment would agree that yeah, this is illegal. This is this is fraud. There should be uh someone should file a claim or a complaint. Someone should file a complaint against Tim Waltz. There's obvious evidence of fraud. But you know why they're not going to take the case? The same reason why they didn't arrest the people involved with Jeffrey Epstein. The same reason why they didn't arrest the people with Jeffrey Epstein. The same reason they didn't arrest the people involved with Jeffrey Epstein. The same reason they didn't arrest the same people involved in Jeffrey Epstein. That's why they're not going to arrest or prosecute Tim Waltz. because they making money too off of this, and they know that $9 billion more than they GDP of Somalia. They're making the Minnesota State Congress is making more money than Somalia's GDP. Let that sink in. Minnesota State Congress is making more money than the Somali GDP. Let me say that one more time. The Minnesota State Congress government is making more money than the Somali GDP. If you from Minnesota and you from the black community, let me know if you saw any of that money. If you saw any new roads, any new houses getting built, any new programs that helped out the black community, anything that didn't impeach on your civil rights where they knew that you were black when you came out the house, African American, fresh off the boat, slaves, uh civil rights leaders, the ones who pushed civil rights, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King's descendants, those people, you know, those brothers and sisters, you know, the representation that they showed us in centers, that's those black Americans. You know, I understand that we got those hoteps out there. Those niggas that wish they was from Africa.
One child when the lady opened up the door,
So
but now
where did
they're
this
all
money
getting
go?
mad.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner and the kids.
Well, then why are you talking
That's
for
not
the
my
owner
proof.
if you're
That's
telling me
not
to
my
talk
proof.
to the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
Does anybody?
No.
Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children? Are these children missing? It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I think we're moving on to the next location. Have a good day.
Okay.
As we continue to show the blatant fraud that was taking place here in Minnesota, Somalis started following us around the city. And now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center, absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past
5.9 million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now.
From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Leering Center.
It's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. They ain't even try to get the name right.
I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up!
said they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
She's an idiot. That's one of those people, bruh, that don't mind living on the street. That's one of those people that think that what she see on the internet or what she see on History Channel is reality. Nah, bruh, some of them people are living good. Not all of them live in a third world. Not all of them are struggling. Some of them are just victim of circumstances.
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million over
Don't
the...
open up!
That's one of them social warrior justices people. That's one of those people that ain't never accomplished shit in life, so she trying to take a stand for something just to make a mark in history. Don't even know the context of what she's standing for, but just know she gonna stand for something so she can feel like she did something important or she saved the day. I'm telling you right now, that's one of those people, bruh, that they worse than hoteps.
Up, it's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years.
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away.
Are you in favor of that?
Go away.
You know
You're
where the-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you.
Are you in favor of $1.9 million going illegally, fraudulently to this business that has quality learning center but can't even spell learning right on the door?
Don't open up.
Ma'am, we are not ICE.
I don't care who you are. You don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't.
And this is how you know it's crazy. As long as they don't open up or call the police, and this is another thing, you got to face your accuser. Because they'd be like, well, who called the police? This, and then third didn't know. Well, we've been trying to talk to them, and they're not answering the calls. This could easily be resolved in court, but I guess the Minnesota is so corrupt they don't want to do anything about it. That's a damn shame. I would never want to move to Minnesota.
Don't open up. It's ICE.
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children in here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare center.
She doesn't care. She's one of those Me Too people. And and it's another thing when it comes to a lot of those older people who just now dealing with social media, we're dealing with a lot of people with detachment disorders and shit. You know, it's a lot of self-objection, a lot of midlife crisis type of people because they don't even want to listen to the facts of what's going on. They just going off emotion. That's ridiculous. You can tell these are the type of people that didn't even look into civil rights. They didn't even look into why black people were so upset with how they were being treated by white America.
9 children paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding. Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shierly, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shierly. Nick Shierly on YouTube.
Yeah, so who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shierly.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud. Have you ever seen children at that daycare center right there?
Where?
Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
I haven't seen anybody in here.
We're gonna educate you on something. So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelled learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
99 children.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None at all. None.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know where are the kids?
Right.
Where are the children?
I don't see them. I've been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that here.
seen a child here.
No, not at all.
And so you've
8
never
years.
seen a child here for 8 years?
Nope, not at all.
And how does that make you feel knowing that this place is receiving
Disgusting.
$1.9 million?
Disgusting.
You know, to not see a child for 8 years is crazy. That's crazy as hell.
I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant too. That's if they get caught for that's a federal offense. I know. I studied law.
And do you think Tim Walz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here in his state?
That's him doing this? Well, heck yeah. He's got to be held.
That's the 7th Amendment right there. That's the 7th Amendment right there.
accountable for this. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason what's going on here. It's simple. It's nothing there. It's a parking lot.
And look, they even spelled learning wrong on their sign for a place.
But this goes again too into case study law. Does it matter if your constitutional rights are violated in a private setting? I feel like that's a serious question. Does it matter if your constitutional rights or your amendment rights are violated in a private setting? Because I would think this is one of those situations.
Place that's supposed to be educating children.
That's crazy. I mean, who runs it? Who supposedly runs it?
Somalians.
Oh my God. Well, where? Yeah, it's just. I've never seen nobody here at all.
So how long have you been living here?
Since 2017, 2018.
You've never seen a single child walk in that building?
No, not at all.
So this big daycare center is literally just a place to traffic money. $1.9 million just this year alone. And this guy's been living here for 8 years and has never seen a single child walk through those doors. There's no windows either.
No.
And the only window they do have, the door, is blacked out.
Yep, I see that. I've never seen anybody go in there.
Within just a few hours, we nearly approached $20 million in fraud, and we headed over to George Floyd's neighborhood to expose more of the fraud taking place.
This place is called Future Leaders Early Learning Center, and it's licensed for 90 children. And in fiscal year 2025, they received $3.6 million. In fiscal year 2024, they received $3 million. So in 2 years, they got $6.67 million, claiming they have 90 children every day of the week, 5 days a week.
I mean,
So let's
these
find
people
out.
are making just about more
Yeah, it's a
money than
damn shame.
NBA.
This is a damn shame. I don't think I'm gonna watch all of this, but yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. That dude Tim Walsh need to go to jail. Fuck that dude. Yeah, we'll catch y'all next time. My name's Goku. Just to pass the time. What do I know?